everybody, the objective of this video is for people that have problems with this specific monster or any monster in general. We're talking about loose ball joints or articulation. So I've been saving this for quite some time, and mine has the neck extremely loose. As you guys can see, it falls extremely easily, barely any movement, comes off. Yeah, don't mind the customized 3D head that I made. So yeah, that's the issue that I'm facing. You may be wondering, how can we fix this issue? About 5 years, 10 years, I made a video on how to fix that with certain products, and I have a few of them. So here I have two products. This is some of them that I use. This is the one that I used a few years back, and it's done wonders for me. Hopefully you guys can get this in your crafting section of the store, or maybe online. Here's the name of it, but it's liquid glue, and it does fantastic with figures like this. So we're going to test this out on Godzilla Evolve, and I'll show you how to apply, because if you do overdo it, it's going to be a pain. So on the ball joint here, we're going to apply just a little bit, and you don't want to overdo it because then it might be too tight. So just apply a little bit, enough to get everything, and then you apply the other piece. You have enough there, and I'm going to apply this piece right here, and just leave it to dry, and we'll come back and see the results. Remember how it was previously with any type of movement, the top portion of the neck head would fall off extremely easy. So we're going to verify if indeed this product is going to do its wonders with this figure or not. And if it does, we'll go from there. I'll be back in a few minutes. I want you to notice how loose this leg is. Barely touching it. Very loose. Now I did apply some on this leg already, and you can see the difference versus this. See that? Very wiggly. And remember, I'm barely touching it, so same force. So it does work. So clearly it does work. I also applied it on the hands. Those used to fall off extremely easily, not anymore. Here's proof. Here's another one. The tail on my review used to fall off extremely easily. Now, pretty good, pretty good. So I'm still waiting on the head. It's been currently just a few hours. So I'm currently waiting until this part completely dries off, and then we're going to be testing out the head section to see if it actually does work or not. But while that happens, we're going to take apart this leg and also apply the same technique. So here we go. We're going to apply on the ball joint and inside of the socket right here. So we got some ready, and let me make sure that we get enough on the ball joint. Now don't add too much, because if you do, it could also mess up the articulation. Just add a little bit throughout the ball joint, and you want to do the same inside of here. That should be good enough. Not too much, just very little. And if it doesn't work, then you want to go back and add the same amount, and you should be going to let this section dry out and this, so we can do the comparison. You saw the before, and we're going to see the after effect currently of how much this actually works or doesn't work. I'm very hopeful that the top section actually does. Okay, so we're going to test out the articulation now. So previously this leg was extremely loose. Now with the touch, I'm barely touching it like I did previously, and you guys can see it's more stiff. Now I'm applying more force now, and yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lot better. The articulation feels more stiff. It's definitely not moving. This one too. guys can see. So yeah, it definitely did work. But on the leg, on the knee section, it's a lot better for sure. Articulation wise, definitely. We're going to test out the head to see if there's any improvements. And I do see a big improvement. The head's not falling as it usually did. Remember, at the beginning, I barely made any movement. The head would be falling, especially this area. There seems to be no problem anymore. Now, mine has a little problem right here because I did replace the head with a different ball joint, and that kind of messed up my figure. But it's not a problem with the original figure, just with mine because of the modification that I did for testing out a 3D printed head. But yeah, honestly, this has worked a lot. It's done wonders to the figure, and I really do love and recommend this product. I've always used this product with my other figures, never had any problems, especially with Godzilla Final Wars. That one, if you recall, had major issues, and happy to report this has done wonders. Look at that. See that? If this was my original head, that thing would have been, it would have fell already. So yes, very nice, no problems. You see that? See that? I can move it side to side, up and down, and oh yeah, even for the legs. Again, you can probably find this on Amazon or go to your thrift stores, crafting stores. Go to the clay area, painting area, and you should be able to see it. It's just a silicone, and there's two different types. I recommend, let me show you. So you'll see probably two different versions. You'll see this and this one. I recommend to go with this one. For me, this one has done more wonders. Why? Because this one seems to be a little bit more softer, and it really doesn't work as good as this one. This one really makes your ball joints and figures become stiff in a good positive way, and it actually works, where this one becomes like sticky glue, and this one actually hardens over time and gives you better results. Also applied it on the hands. If you guys recall, they would fall extremely easily. Not anymore. You see that? I'm talking about this little section, just this little cut. No problems. They don't fall. So yes, I do recommend this. I'm not sponsored by them. Just in general, this has worked a lot for me. I've applied this on Godzilla Final Wars, one of my Godzillas 2019. What else? On my older Shin Godzilla, my first edition Shin Godzilla, the tail from this section was extremely loose. It's done wonders for me. Haven't had any problems. I've also applied it on the hands for Shin Godzilla. They kept on falling off. No problems at all. So yes, I highly recommend to purchase that product. It's very cheap. Now, there's other methods out there that other YouTubers have recommended. I haven't tested those out, but for me personally, this is what I got available, and this is what has done a lot of wonders for me. And it gives you more than buying that small, I believe, nail polish. A lot of people use that nail polish. Compared to that big bottle that I showed you, I think it's better to go with the version that I'm offering you guys, because the nail polish, you only get this much. Eventually it's gonna run out and you won't have any more, whereas this big bottle, you have plenty for years. And I've had that since what, 6-7 years. If you guys recall, I made the Godzilla Final Wars back in 2019, 2022, I believe, around that timeline, and until this day I still have it and I use it. Yes, it has definitely fixed my Godzilla Evolve. No problems. Highly recommend it. If you have any questions, let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll catch you guys next time.